Well, this is a Tamiya 1/16 scale King Tiger tank that I got a couple of years ago. Still currently painting it, and until recently I only just got the firing mechanism to work. But yeah, not exactly the cheapest of toys, but it can be a lot of fun. This particular one has the battle system installed on it. So basically, a little laser right here, and whenever this thing fires, if it's up against another tank with this particular system, the laser will hit this unit here, which will flash and indicate a hit, depending on being a light, medium, or heavy tank. It will affect the way this thing performs. And naturally, after each hit in the real world, this thing would be a lot slower. So this thing actually takes into account. It will slow down the rate of fire, the speed of the tank. But there is one major issue I find with this. Let me just find the main issue. And that's a part of the actual tracks. This little piece here is one of many right there. Now the main problem of this thing is, don't know if you guys can see it, but this point here, here, and the same on the other side are the only ones with a little hole in it. All these other points have hooks, and the pin system they use to put all this track together, they'll rip real easily out of here. There are metal tracks available, but they're just hugely expensive. And if it wasn't for all these little hooks here, if they were actually solid with just a pinhole right way through, these tracks probably would never pull out. But I guess that's one of Tamiya's little cash cows. Get a whole bunch of people willing to pay for extra track bits. Inside, I got the gears covered up with tape just so the wires don't get mangled. You got the left and right gearbox, so it's a lot easier to turn. The main brains of this thing is right here, and there's another unit right below it. All powered off one 6-cell D or C-size battery pack. Another issue I had with this bloody thing was the way they labeled all these wires. Channel 1 is in channel 4 spot, and that's one reason why I had problems getting this thing set up. So a word of advice to anybody that's got one of these tanks: these little flags here, they're not always right. So if you cannot get this thing to fire, just play around with these wires, swap them around. Then you get so with this controller, with the way it's now set up, steering, forwards, turret movement up and down. Oh crap! Whoops! You gotta also remember to keep this stick set to 0 since it doesn't have a spring back. But yeah. Turn the controller on. Tank cycles up. Not the best of sounds. But there we go. So, right stick, moves turret side to side, push the stick up, barrel raises put it down, barrel lowers. Now to get it to fire, you hit this switch here, all the way up, and then you push that one stick forwards. You push the stick all the way down, or the little switch here all the way down. Down on the switch, you get the machine gun firing. The machine gun is right there. Okay, I don't have the light probably plugged into the little socket there, but this barrel here, it's got a little bit of plexi inside of it, and it would light up. But all I gotta do is find somebody in Ontario that's also got one of these tanks that isn't too far to travel to, and then I could have myself a little tank battle. I just like how you turn it off and the thing cycles down. But anyway, a work in progress with the paint job. I don't care if it's not German accurate paint job. As you can see right there, I messed up on taping, so I gotta fix this little bit to match up with here. Also got a whole lot of detail work to paint and put on. But it's, like I said, a work in progress. Till then, I might actually go play with this thing out in the snow. I guess the best thing about this thing is everything's enclosed inside, so in theory it shouldn't get water damage. But primarily this thing is metal and heavy. But there you go. One more RC to add to my collection, and I got RC bits everywhere. 2 bodies over there that I'm trying to sell. Crap load of wheels here. Box of stuff over there. Yep. Don't know if anybody else out here that has one of these tanks noticed, but I'm wondering, is this high-pitched noise that I'm getting from my speaker normal? Speaker being this thing here, for everybody that doesn't know what this thing is. Oh, apparently I didn't turn it off either. There we go.